Hello, my dear RBI aspirants. So today I'm recording this video, and this is a very important video for all those students, for all those RBI aspirants who are preparing themselves for RBI, but they are still confused. They are confused about what? They are confused about that which vacancy is going to come in 2025, which vacancies we are going to see in 2025, and what could be the amount of seats, what could be the number of seats that we are going to look into in 2025 related with your RBI examination. And students are also get confused that whether we are going to get RBI Grade A examination or RBI Grade B examination. This is the confusion that is that is hunting each and every aspirant who is looking their career to make into one of the most prestigious regulatory body, that is RBI, which we call at mother of all the examination, right? So in this video today, I will try to discuss with you what is the possibilities, that which sort of vacancies, the possibilities, all right, and the vacancies, that what we can expect this year, right? So let's begin the video, and I'm telling you because we have some source of information like from various sources, right? On the basis of that, I'm telling you this, that we are expecting something positive, something very much positive for our students, for everyone, for all the candidates who are willing to get themselves to see their career in RBI, right? So लेकिन इससे पहले I want to ask you, what is important? क्या important है कि many of the students, they are so much confused for these vacancies they don't yet started their preparation. Is it good? Is it good that they won't have started their preparation? What do you think? Is it good for them? Huh? To, it is now April. Okay, we are approaching to mid of April, and today is 11th of April, right? And if RBI will publish its notification, then how much more month you will get to prepare? And if you have gone through the entire syllabus of RBI, right, entire syllabus of RBI, then you must have seen that how much lengthy it is, it covers lots of things related to finance, ESI, management, then current affairs, right? Apart from the high level quant, reasoning, and English. So is it possible to complete all the things after notification? So why you are waiting for? Why you are waiting for? Why you are looking that no, after notification I have to prepare for this examination? Why? Why such approach? This is a very negative approach. This is a very negative approach. If you are following this approach that after notification, you will look into the course, you will start preparing for the examination, then just forget about RBI. Forget about RBI. RBI is not an easy examination. If RBI would be an easy examination, now, then everyone, whosoever is preparing for the banking or any sort of regulatory body, they must have got their chance into RBI. But it is not at all easy. So your approach should be very much optimist, very much positive regarding this examination. All right. Means अगर आपके पास नेगेटिव अप्रोच है एंड यू आर थिंकिंग कि नहीं यार नोटिफिकेशन के बाद ने, then it is not. So I am suggesting each and every students right from here that if you have not started your preparation yet, then do start it from now on. Okay, because once you start your preparation, then only it will get completed. So in order to complete your preparation, in order to make yourself comfortable with this examination, you need to start your preparation. All right. Now, coming to the important point regarding the vacancies and all, let's try to understand from the previous pattern that what we have seen in RBI and other major regulatory bodies, right? So last year we have seen RBI Grade B was there, and it had published 66 vacancies for generalist, right? For generalist. So out of 66 results, they have published 62 results, and they from the result also we have found out that there may be expectation that RBI may publish Grade B recently, right? But from various sources we are getting that no, RBI is not going to publish Grade B. RBI, there is no sufficient vacancies over there. RBI is publishing grade A. All right. Then we are seeing that there's a conflict between union and RBI regulatory board, right? Regarding the vacancies and all. So ये सब conflicts and confusions, इनकी वजह से क्या हुआ है, confusions plus conflict, okay, students got demotivated कि यार demotivated कि यार क्या करना चाहिए हमें, what to do, हम क्या करें, where is our fault. स्टूडेंट्स, आपका कोई गलती नहीं है, there is no, it is not your fault and neither it is in your hand. Okay, what RBI is going to do in coming days, it is not in your hand. Okay, the board will decide what is your in what is there in your hand. In your hand you have your study material, you have your study plan. Okay, study plan, you have your strategies, right? You have practice sets, mock tests, you have various sources, you have your books in your hand, all right? You have a proper syllabus that RBI had already published, right? So these things are in your these things are there in your hand. So whatever resources you have, you need to focus on those resources rather than thinking that what this RBI is going to do in future. All right. So if you work out on your resources, whatever is there in your hand, then only you will be in the comfortable situation that whenever the RBI is going to release this notification, no, I am comfortable. I can give the examination and I am comfortable enough to crack this examination. This should be the confidence that you should acquire during your preparation. And for this confidence, what you need to do, you need to strategize your preparation. You need to make a proper strategy in order to complete everything, whatever required. And why I am focusing over the strategies, because many students, in fact, 90% of the students who are preparing for this examination, they don't know that what to study and how to study and what to leave. All right. So it is very important to understand that what to study, that we will discuss further also. And related to other regulatory bodies also, I want to discuss that we provide courses. Our Clarity for Sure platform provide courses for NABARD. All right. And we have given lots of topper from NABARD, for NABARD grade A year after year. Then we have also courses for ADI, and last year also we have booked 10% of result from our platform. However, in RBI also we have booked nearly 10 to 12% of result from our platform. You can watch the topper talk at Clarity for Your YouTube. Okay, C4S YouTube. All right. In order to keep you motivated and in order to understand what strategies these topper follows, what type of strategies these topper make for themselves. Now, coming to the probability of the examination, then what examination is going to be held in 2025? So we have seen RBI grade A भी हो सकता है, B भी हो सकता है, या फिर कम दोनों हो सकता है, मतलब A भी होगा and B भी होगा. ये कंफ्यूजन भी है कि A भी हो सकता है और B भी हो सकता है, or both. RBI can take both the examination. Means A, it will publish vacancies for A also, and it will publish vacancies for some vacancies for B as well. Right? This is the confusion. So, agar RBI publishes both the vacancies, if RBI publishes both the vacancies, then you have win-win situation. Win-win situation. Right? Don't forget this and don't lose this opportunity. Lose your opportunity to grab these vacancies. Right? Because we are expecting lots of seats in comparison to previous years. Because in previous year, we have seen that RBI hardly publishes like 50 to 60 seats. All right, vacancies. But this time, if RBI is going to come with your notification for grade A, then we are expecting that RBI may publish more than 100 seats of vacancies. RBI is going to release vacancies for more than 100 students. All right, for grade A only. And if it will go for grade B along with grade A, then in grade B also we are expecting some amount of good amount of seats. All right. So in both the cases, we can expect like a good amount of seat in RBI in comparison to previous years, previous 3 4 years. That's why it's very important to gear up yourself. All right, in order to make yourself comfortable for this preparation. And you need to make strategies. Strategies for what? For what to study. But what is more important than what to study? What to study? What is more important than this is what not to study. What not to study. Because there is lots of stuff. There is lots of stuff in the internet, in the books, and in various sources, in free materials, free coaching of materials, right? There are lots of stuff that will result to distraction only. That will result to distraction only. It is not going to play a constructive role in your preparation. Rather, it can play a destructive role in your preparation. Why I'm telling you destructive? Because if you will follow multiple sources, then ultimately you are going to puzzle up yourself. All right. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you will find that you have completely puzzled up yourself because you are overburdened with lots of materials. It may be possible that you can go all those material once, but it is not at all possible to revise those materials. And if you won't able to revise your materials that you have studied, then it is not going to give you result. Not at all. Just note it down. It is not going to give you results, because revision is the key of success. Okay, for this examination or any other examination. So please, I'm telling all of my students and all the freshers who are very new to this examination that don't ever follow the stuffs that you are getting from different sources. Just rely on one source and try to concise your preparation. Try to concise your preparation so that it will be easier for you to go through all the materials, to cover up all the things, to cover up all the syllabus, and subsequently you can revise it, right? So therefore it is very necessary to you need to concise your syllabus, and you need to identify that what 90% I have to reject. Rejection is another key, okay, for any sort of examination. If you don't know to reject your study material, then it is very difficult for you to get success, right? So rejection, you should know the art of rejection. It is an art actually. Why I'm telling you this art? Because after practicing, after analyzing lots of things, then only you can understand, after analyzing the previous year patterns, the nature of the examination, okay, how they are asking the questions, why they have asked such type of questions only this year. After knowing all these things, now you will learn that what to reject, okay, and what can be the which area I need to cover, from which I can meet the requirement of this examination. All right. So this is very important. Rejection, 90% of the material you need to reject. Only 10% you need to focus on. 10%. All right. Of all the materials that are available over the different websites or internet, you need to focus in this 10%. And you have to revise like this 10% to 10 times. Then only you can make it to this examination, because conceptual clarity, it is not like rectification. You cannot mug up all the things and just vomit in the examination. It is not going to work at all. What you need to do, you have to revise these things, all right? Then only you can develop a conceptual clarity over that material, over the syllabus. And this conceptual clarity will help you out, because this is not a one-day examination, okay? Just you are going to give an CBT test and you are getting selected. No, you have to face the phase 2 as well. Don't forget, you have to face phase 2. And in order to write a good answers, you should have a better conceptual clarity over all the subjects, whether it is finance, whether it is management or ESI. All right. So now let's see that why I'm talking all these things. And apart from RBI, we are also expecting some 50 to 60, 55 vacancies in NABARD grade A. However, grade A assistant manager examination, we are also expecting 50 to 60 vacancies this year. So if you are preparing for these examination also, then also I would suggest you to gear up yourself, okay, and start your preparation with lots of energy, with lots of commitments, with an honesty, with a positive attitude in order to complete everything on time. And it is very important. All right. Now, let's try to analyze some of the things regarding the RBI, right? That how the nature of RBI is changing. See, RBI is observing all the institutes. RBI is observing, keeping eye on all the institutes, whatever running right now in market. Okay. Why I'm telling this? Because whatever materials, whatever the contents, whatever the approach these institutes are following, RBI just give you a like a saw in the examination, and it is quite different from the pattern and the things that are being covered in these institutes, because RBI don't want the employee at such a prestigious position. Means RBI don't want such type of employees which who actually mug up the things and came to this prestigious position. All right, RBI want to induct those employee, those officers. Actually, we can call it officers who do have like caliber to take decision. And in order to take decision, you should have clarity over the subject, over the any subject. Okay, because ultimately where you are going to land in, you need to look into that. You are going to land in one of the most prestigious organization, the key of policymakers, the regulatory body that is actually looking after all the financial institutions directly or indirectly in our country. All right, and there you are somewhere, you have to play important role in deciding, in framing the things. All right, in framing the notifications and circulars and taking key decisions. Sometimes you need to take, and sometimes the board will ask you about the suggestions as well. So there you need to develop yourself, like we can say OLQ, officers like quality in yourself. OLQ, you need to, while preparation only, you need to focus on how to develop an officers like quality in yourself. Means during these things now, OLQ actually develop. Lots of uh, people says that OLQ developed during the induction program. No, it is not possible, not at all possible that your OLQ will develop in just 2 or 3 or 6 months of induction program. Not at all. It develops while preparation, while struggling, in your struggling days. You can develop this, and it develops at that moment on. All right. So you have to approach the things like an officer, like an officer approaches the thing. You have to visualize the things like an officer visualizes the things. Okay. You have to make everything clear, everything in black and white, right? Like an officer makes it before taking any key decisions. All right. So these things you need to focus on. And I was talking about the analysis of last 2 years. So you can see over here, in 2023, we have seen that in phase 1, RBI has asked the lengthy questions. Means we have like 6 to 7 line questions, like 100 to 200 words questions. Okay, these are framed, these are lengthy questions, para-based questions. But these are not tough questions. These are not at all tough questions. They have picked up from the current affairs. Okay, so these are not tough questions. If you will identify, now if you will identify that in this paragraph where the questions exactly lie, and if you analyze the previous year question of 2023 that I have also analyzed, and you can watch it in our YouTube, all right, the source and resource of 2023, then you will find out that where the exact question lies in this paragraph, in this 6-7 line paragraph. Sometimes the question lies in the last line of the paragraph, sometimes the questions lie in the middle of the paragraph, sometimes it lies in the starting of the paragraph. That you need to figure it out in the means in the least time. All right, this is the key for 2023. But what is the key for 2024 phase 1? We have seen in last year phase 1 examination, RBI has taken the current affairs based questions. Okay, the question were not lengthy, but the question requires that you need to be vigilant about the current affairs, about the surroundings, about the happenings, that what are the things going on in and around you. You need to be you need to be vigilant that very moment. That RBI needs. So RBI changed the pattern. The source is current affairs. Okay. But here the questions are not tough. But here the questions were such that you need to be vigilant about the newspaper. You whether the students who are preparing for the RBI, they are reading out, they are following up the financial daily newspaper or not. Whether they are following different newspaper like Business Standard, Live Mail, the Hindu, Indian Express, Times of India Economic. There are lots of newspaper. All right, lots of good newspaper. Whether they are following the any of the newspaper or not. So RBI wants that whether the students are vigilant, are they aware about the things? This is the trend for 2024. Coming to the phase 2 part, we have seen lots of static questions in phase 2, whether it is finance, management, or ESI. But in phase 2 of 2024, we have seen a concept-based questions which are actually linked with the current affairs. All right. Such type of questions we have seen in phase 2 examination. So these things are analyzed on our channel also. You can watch out. Let me show you. All right. This is the course that we are providing in RBI Mentorship 2025-2024. You can see here, and you can see that we have analyzed the things that through our videos, like for phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, you can see the phase 1 analysis right over here. And yeah, I think screen is visible to all of you, right? So by these sources of RBI Grade B, you can find it in YouTube as well, right? I have discussed everything that from where RBI has actually asked the questions. I have discussed that how RBI had framed it, all right, and the sources. I have discussed the sources. You can see here. The RBI had asked the questions and see some of the sources that from where it had actually asked. I have also cut paste some of the uh, from which newspaper RBI asked, from which circular RBI asked. Okay, so these are some of the sources. You need to decode your examination actually. If you before preparing it now, you need to decode it. Okay, and if you able to decode your preparation, then it would be easier for you to prepare for this examination. Similarly, there is a video, okay, regarding the phase 2 examination, the analysis of phase 2 examination. You can watch it on YouTube as well, right? That the descriptive questions from where the RBI has asked. See here, if RBI has asked about the ONDC, then it has taken just your examination was there in the month of July, and see here, it was there in the news. That's why RBI has asked. You need to understand. You need to understand that from which source actually RBI is asking the questions. Okay, from where it is like what source it is following. See here, if it is asking about retail direct scheme, then you can find out it was there in the newspaper. That's why RBI has asked. Means things is not like it is not asking out of the box. Okay, everything is there, but you need to be vigilant in order to understand the things. Apart from this, apart from understanding these things, we are providing the finance. Lots of lectures are there in the finance, and you can find out like this trial lecture is also there regarding the RBI and its functionaries. Let me show that how we used to prepare and how we try to inculcate the things. Means how we like link up the static syllabus with the current affairs. You can find out from the way we used to teach in our students. All right. See here, just as suppose we are discussing about the FSB, right? FSB we are discussing. Then we have just put some of the current affairs regarding the financial stability board that was there in the news, so that students can actually link up the things. And you will find out in this way only the complete notes is there. All right. So if you are dealing with weighted average call rate, then what is there in the news? Why it was there in the news? What is the importance of that news? All right. So in this way, you can also watch out I think it was there in the trial section. All right. Lots of newspaper cuttings was there, and the content is there, right, in the during in the class that we used to deal, right. In this way, you can watch out, like many things are there, and the important news is that we think that it is important and we need to cover it, right. Now, coming to the next part, like regarding this only the things goes on, economic and social issues also, there are sessions, lots of sessions. You can watch out session over budget, ESI, everything. For management also sessions are going as of now. All right. So, and we are covering the things. And see, this is the most important part of our section, the current affairs sections. That how we used to deal it, and till now, the current affairs of 20, up to 22 of March had been dealt in our platform, and you can see that we are actually analyzing the news. Okay, you can you can see that we are actually analyzing the news. We means what is there in the newspaper. We are analyzing each and every important news related to your finance, related to your ESI. All right, we are analyzing the things in this section, so it is going to help. And lots of students last year also, they had they took help of this current affairs sessions, and because many things were discussed, okay, and in this way only we used to cover up the things, right. I can show you another video as well, that what we actually cover, because in this way the analysis of the newspaper is there, okay. Then I give the crux of that news, particular news, right, so that you can develop a clarity, and you will have some handout also in order to revise the things, right. So it is very necessary to uh, for being a handout, and you can find the attachment, right. So so that you can revise the things also. Now, so all the materials are in downloadable. You can download from here. Suppose this was the news, then you can download it from here. Here is the attachment given over here, and you can download it. Right. Now, coming to the next part that we have started recently, regarding, see, circular classes are separately given over there. All right. You can also see the classes for high level of quant sessions. Okay, lots of sessions were taken, and almost all the topics were covered. Then we have reasoning sessions, the high level quality reasoning sessions. All right. Then you can find out the English sessions. So lots of sessions are there. Okay, we have concised the material, and recently we have undertaken this initiative, the weekly revision test. We have started this initiative from 1st of April. You can find out that such type of schedules were provided to our students, that you need to complete this topic, and on the same day we used to provide the uh, objective questions, and on the succeeding day we used to provide the descriptive questions. All right, you can find out from here also that what sort of descriptive questions we actually provide the students. All right, and you can practice those questions, and these questions are actually inculcated with the current affairs. Okay, these questions are actually inculcated. Any question, if you will see now, any part, you will find out that no, current affairs is there, current affairs is there. All right, and this is very much important to analyze the things with respect to current affairs. All right, because if you don't know that how to link up the things with your current affairs, no, then it would be very difficult. See here, us here recently, Morgan Stanley had some declaration, right? US President Donald Trump has put reciprocal tariff over India, also 26% of it. So these things, and we have linked these current affairs with the statics, and we have asked you to write. In such way only, we give you phase 2 test in this program, and the cost of this program is just 2,500. All right, this is the price of this program. You can watch out from here. The price of the program is just 2,500. All right, now uh, coming to the next section, uh, right. So one more thing that I want to discuss with you today, that we are going to uh, have an webinar on 13th of April at 3 p.m. Just note this timing. and reserve your 2 hours for this webinar, because lots of things we are going to discuss in this webinar regarding the RBI, regarding the RBI grade A or B examination. All right. And everything, lots of things, and nearly all thing I will discuss, that from where you need to study, what should be the sources, how to reject your material, how to reject the materials, the unnecessary materials, and what should be the schedule of the students in order to keep themselves and in revision mode. All right. So lots of things are there. So those students who have not registered in this webinar as of now, then they can visit our website and they can register it. All right. So if you will visit our website like C4S courses, then you can find out a column over there. This is the website. Okay. These are some of the toppers. All right. You can see some some of the toppers from RBI and NABARD and RBI also here, 2024 toppers. And see here, from here you can confirm your seat. You just click on this, you will get a link. Just confirm your seat from here. Put your first name, last name, email ID, WhatsApp number, and if you're preparing for, just yes, click yes and register your seats. Okay. By this way, you can enroll yourself into the webinar in order to like get lots of information about the upcoming examination, that is RBI Grade B or Grade A examination. All right. So that's all for today, my dear students. So coming to the last portion, we have the course of NABARD in just 3,000, and many things we are providing. We are providing lots of tests, nearly 50 tests, 50 plus tests are there, or like in this um, program. All right, sectional, full length, phase 1, phase 2. All right, similarly, we have lots of tests in RBI in just 2,500, apart from classes for your QRE, your doubt classes. All right, everything is there. And then we have a combo pack which is there at just 50% off, and you can enroll this combo pack in order to avail all the necessary information. All right, in just 4,500. So that's all for today, my dear friends. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care. See you soon in webinar. All right.